Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me today. Dana here. Today I will be making this Love You to the Moon and Back card featuring several few mini products from Spellbinders. As always, there will be a list of supplies used in the description box below, and I will have affiliate links when available. If you choose to shop through these links, it does help support me, and I do greatly appreciate it. Now let's get on to the making. To start off this card, I used the Sun and Moon BetterPress plate, and I pressed that onto a piece of lined just copy paper that I had coffee dyed. And the ink that I used was ground espresso distress oxide ink. And then I just tore around the edges. For the card panel, to start that off, I'm distressing around the edges with my distress tool. And then to add a bit more dimension, I'm taking my brush corduroy distress ink and my foam blender, and I'm just inking around the edges of that cardstock. And using that same ink, I inked around the edges of my BetterPress focal image. For this card, I decided to use a craft card base, but I wanted it a bit darker. So I am inking around the edges as well with the brush corduroy ink. This will just darken it up a bit. Once I got done inking around the edges of the card base, I went ahead and glued that card panel to the front of the card base with my Barely Arts liquid glue. And I also glued on my focal image with the same Barely Arts glue. I didn't glue around the edges of this image on purpose because I do want to kind of fold them up and distress them a little bit once it's glued on the card. And you can see here I was just doing that with my tweezers. And then I added a bit more ink to the folded pieces just to define them. Using the Enchanted Stitched Mushrooms die set, I die cut just the foliage pieces out of another piece of coffee dyed paper. This was the paper that I have coffee dyed using the placemat. It's kind of a floral pattern. Y'all have seen me use this paper several times at this point if you've seen my other videos. And I'm just inking around the edges of those leaves in my brush corduroy ink. Then I grabbed some skeleton leaves from my stash, and I'm just gluing those on to the left side of the card. And then gluing the coffee dyed leaves right on top of the skeleton leaves. Then off screen, I die cut and adhered a bunch of the flowers from the Petite Floral Potpourri set, and I die cut these out of some more coffee dyed paper. Since these flowers are a bit thicker, I chose to go ahead and glue those on with my hot glue gun. I also die cut some of the leaves from that same set, and I'm just gluing those around randomly with my Barely Arts glue. Then off screen, using the new teal wax mix wax bead set from Spellbinders, I created a heart wax seal using the Love You to the Moon and Back seal. I grabbed these circle adhesives that I had gotten off of Amazon to adhere this wax seal to the card. Did not work. Don't recommend these. I ended up just taking them off and then grabbing my hot glue gun to glue that on. Also, don't recommend that because, you know, the hot glue is going to melt the wax, which it did. You can't really tell because this wax seal is quite thick. But on a thinner one, it would have melted completely through it. So yeah, don't recommend using hot glue either. I have had my best results just using my collage medium in the bottle, gluing these onto cards. So learn from my mistakes. And then here's the final card. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please do consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video while you're there. And as always, take some time to pamper your inner goddess, and I will see you in the next one.